恭喜发财everyone, Money with Yumi here, where I talk about anything and everything related to money and how to grow your wealth. Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year is one of my favorite holidays in the entire year. I mean, what's there not to love about it? There's three of my favorite things, which is family, food, and money. I'm sure most of you guys would feel the same way too. Unless of course you're the ones that have to give out the right packets, right? Then yeah, that's not gonna be fun. In this video, I'm going to share with you my tips on how to win your friends' money and your relatives' money this Lunar New Year, if you're lucky enough to go out since the tight restrictions are still in place. As most of you guys know, I'm currently based in California and haven't been back home to Singapore for about 3 years now, mostly due to the Coconut pandemic, so I'm extremely homesick. But by the time you're watching this video, I'll be in Singapore. If you guys want to check out my adventures in Singapore, make sure you follow me on my Instagram. For those of you who are not familiar with Singaporean culture, Singaporean Chinese love to gamble during Chinese New Year, like Mahjong, Texas Hold'em Poker, Daiti, which is big too, and of course, Blackjack, also known as 21, or the more common phrase in Singapore, Banluck. So let's talk really quick about the rules of 21. Basically, each player is trying to get close to the number 21. The closer you are, the higher chance you have of winning. If your cards are lower than the bankers, you lose. If anyone has cards that are more than 21, they go bust and lose their bet. If both the player and banker go bust, the player's bet remains and won't be taken. If the banker go bust, the banker would have to pay the surviving players their bet. In Singapore, most house rules have a minimum of 16, so if you have a 15, you would have to draw an additional card, so make sure you check with your friends and relatives what their house rules are. There are a few important card combinations that you should know. If you get ace plus king, queen, jack, or 10, which gives you a total of 21 from the get-go, you get 2x your bet. If you get two aces, you get 3x your bet. If you get 7, 7, 7, a total of 3 sevens, you win 7x your bet. If you get a total of 5 cards without going bust or exceeding 21, you win 2x your bet. And if you're drawing your 5th card, then you have to open all 4 cards for everyone to see before drawing your 5th. Now, all of the rules stated here applies to both the banker and players. So if the banker gets 3 sevens, then everyone will have to pay the banker 7 times the amount they bet. However, one major difference to note is if you get 2 tens, you can't split or double down like you're able to in the casinos. In my Chinese New Year gatherings, we take turns being the dealer or banker. A lot of aunties and uncles love being the banker because they feel like there's a higher chance to win more money at the table, especially if you get like 3 sevens and everyone has to pay you 7 times their bet. So yeah, it can get really exciting. Now, what is the benefit of being a banker? For me, I like to be able to choose whose hands to look at first before revealing mine. And if you're a banker, it might be smart for you to do that because if you draw a card and you go bust, you would have to pay all surviving players their respective bets. But if you get like 16 or 17 and you open all players' hands with 3 or more cards, then you'll be able to collect more winnings. Let me show you an example of how we play this game in Singapore. I'm going to be the banker, so I'm going to deal the cards. First, I shuffle the deck and anyone, cuts the deck to ensure fairness. Then I start clockwise or anti-clockwise, it doesn't matter. I'll deal the cards to the players and then to myself, and it's all face down, unlike the casino, which shows 1 card facing up. We can all then look at the cards we have, and then the banker will go around asking if the players want another card. If player 1 says they do and they take a card, and another, and they stop. And then it will be player 2's turn. Player 2 doesn't want any cards, so it's player 3's turn. Player 3 takes a card and doesn't want any more. So now it's my turn. As a banker, if I have a minimum count of 16, my privilege is to ask any player I want to reveal their cards even before I draw another card. And usually bankers would open those hands with 3 or more cards. So let's say I want player 3 to show me their cards. They open it and I see that it is 20. Okay, now I want player 1 to show me their cards. They're at 23, that's a bust, okay. Now player 2 has 2 cards. Player 2 opens, they're at 17. I look at my cards, I'm at 16. If I don't draw a card, I'll be losing 2 bets. If I draw and lose, I'll also be losing 2 bets. So it's a risk I'm willing to take, especially when player 2 has the highest bet on the table at $100. So I'll draw and see what I get. It's a 2, so I'm at 18. So I just won 2 bets and lost 1. I love this game because when you're the banker, the strategy changes depending on how much each player is betting so that you can maximize your profits and minimize your losses. So now that we've got the complicated rules explained and out of the way, time for the big reveal. Well, not really, because my strategy is extremely simple. As a player, I'll use the double down strategy, also known as the Martingale method. What does this mean? Well, I'll have a fixed starting amount, like let's say $1 for example. If I lose this hand, I'll start the next with $2, and if I lose again, I'll start the next hand with $4. And if I win at $4, I'll start the next hand with $1. This strategy is far from perfect. The downside is that there's only a 70 to 80% success rate, and if you win little money, and if you lose a lot of money. While it's not a foolproof strategy, I find that this strategy works better during Chinese New Year when you're gambling with family and friends than at the casinos, because as long as the house rules does not have a limit, then this strategy will work, especially when most people use only one deck of cards, right? And it's reshuffled after every round, making card counting a lot harder when you're starting with a fresh deck each game. Now this may happen to you because anything is possible, but if you somehow end up losing 5 straight times, it might be wiser for you to stop gambling this entire year because Lady Luck is not on your side. You'll also have to be wary of gambler's fallacy, which is an illusion that previous failures increases your odds at winning, which isn't true. Like, if you flip a coin for 10 times and it's all tails, there's an illusion that there's a higher chance the next one's going to be heads, and that's not how it works. The odds are still 50-50 each and every time. That's all I have for today. I hope you guys win lots of your friends' money, your relatives' money, and what big, alright? Remember to follow social distancing rules and stay safe while you're out visiting your friends and relatives. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And let me know in the comments below what are your favorite games to play during Chinese New Year and what is your strategy to win. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you again next time. 恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你！